We continue now at the top of Daf Mem Aleph Amud Aleph Meseches Eruvin. This is Eruvin Daf 41a. The Gemara here is trying to answer the question of whether a person can fast on Erev Shabbos, and the Gemara is in the middle of a brisa trying to prove this issue. The brisa continues, V'chein Erev Tisha B'Av Shechol Lios B'Shabbos. Let's say Erev Tisha B'Av falls out on Shabbos. Ochel V'Shosa called Sarcho. A person can eat and drink whatever he needs. Umala al Shulchano Afilu Kesuda Shlomo V'Shaito. He can have on his table even a meal like Shlomo HaMelech made when he was king. Rashi here says, V'chein Erev Tisha B'Av Shechol Lios B'Shabbos. Afal Pishem Chol Lios B'Chol. Now, if Erev Tisha B'Av fell out on a weekday, Lo Yochal Shnei Tavshil, and there's some restrictions. A person can't have two cooked items. V'lo Yochal Basar, V'lo Yishta Yayin. Not supposed to eat meat. Not supposed to drink wine. Achshav Shu Shabbos Ochel Kol Tzarcho. But now that it's Shabbos, the person can eat whatever he needs. B'Shaito Shaisa Shaito Omedes Lo B'Malchuso the Melech V'Hedyot Havish. Shlomo HaMelech was at times a king. He was sometimes a Hedyot. Therefore, what we're saying over here is that even at the time that he was at his greatest heights, you can even have that kind of a meal. Chol Lios Tisha B'Av Be'erev Shabbos. Now that really is relevant to our case. Let's say Tisha B'Av falls out on Erev Shabbos. Remember, our question was, are you allowed to fast on Erev Shabbos? Mevi'in lo kebeitza v'ochel. So they bring the person kebeitza of food and he eats it. Kedei shelo yikones l'Shabbos keshehu me'una. That way he won't enter Shabbos in a state of affliction and in a state of fasting. And so therefore it seems from this brisa that a person is not supposed to fast the entire Erev Shabbos. V'tanya, we also learned in a brisa, Amar Rabbi Yehuda says, one time we were sitting in front of Rabbi Akiva. V'tisha B'Av Shechol Lios B'Erev Shabbos Hoya. It was Tisha B'Av that fell out on Erev Shabbos. V'heviu lo beitzam megulgeles v'gama. They brought him an egg that was softly roasted, and he swallowed it below melach, without salt. V'lo shoyatayvla. It wasn't that he was hungry. Ela laharos letalmidim halacha. He wanted to show the talmidim the halacha. So according to all the sources we've seen so far in this brisa, a person is not allowed to fast the entire Erev Shabbos. Rabbi Yossi says, Misana umashlim. Rabbi Yossi's opinion is, no, the person can fast, and the person can even complete his fast. Rashi over here says, Mugulgelis tzlu yeracha. Again, the egg was softly roasted, lightly roasted. Laharos halacha shein mashlim and tainis Erev Shabbos. He wanted to show that we don't complete a fast on Erev Shabbos. Now the brisa continues, Amar lahen Rabbi Yossi. Rabbi Yossi said to those Tanoim who disagreed with him, again, Rabbi Yossi says that on Erev Shabbos, a person can complete the fast. He says, don't you admit to me, Tisha B'Av Shechol Lios Be'echad B'Shabbos. Let's say Tisha B'Av falls out on Sunday. Shemavsik mi ba'od yom, that the person has to stop eating his meal while it is still day, meaning while it is still Shabbos. You're going to begin Tisha B'Av Motzei Shabbos, but you really have to start a little bit earlier than Motzei Shabbos. You have to start on Shabbos. So he said, don't you admit that's the case? Amru lo aval. They said, yes, we admit that that is the case. Amar lohem. So he said to them, Mali li kones ba kashu ma'una, Mali lotzeis mimena kashu ma'una. What's the difference of starting your fast on Shabbos or entering Shabbos having fasted? It should be the same thing. So Amru lo, they said to him, what are you talking about? Im amrit lotzeis mimena shari ochel v'shasa kol yom kulo. What's the big deal? Fine, you're going to leave Shabbos starting your fast a little bit, but you've eaten and you've drunk the whole Shabbos already. Tomar li kones ba kashu ma'una. Is that the same thing as entering Shabbos in a state of fasting? Shelo achal v'shasa kol yom kula. You haven't ate, you haven't drank the entire day. Those are two different things completely. You cannot bring a raya. The Omar Ula, and the Gemara here says that Ula says halacha Rabbi Yossi. The halacha is like Rabbi Yossi, that in fact we are allowed to fast on Erev Shabbos the entire day. Rashi over here says Shul mafsik su'uda mi ba'od yom. He needs to stop his meal while it's still day. Shetzarech lechol mi ba'od yom. The point is he needs to eat his last Shabbos meal while it's still day. Umekabel tainis olav mishagamar lechol v'afa pishu Shabbos. He should accept the fast when he finishes that meal, even though it's still Shabbos. Avol be'emes. They say that's true. We agree. And so Rabbi Yossi argued, "Umali li kones kashu ma'una kagon shehishlim be'erev Shabbos tanisa." What is the difference if he finishes a fast on Erev Shabbos? Umali lotzeis mimena kashu mesana shemaschel tanisa mibod yom. And what's the difference between that and starting the fast towards the end of Shabbos? And so again, the Rabbanan said those are two totally different things. Gemara now asks, Rabbi Yossi, is this really true? Is the halacha really like Rabbi Yossi, that a person fasts the entire day on Friday, the entire Erev Shabbos? Or in Mini, we have the following contradiction. And Gozrin Tainas al Atzibur Baroshe Chodashim Bechanukah for Purim. First it says you can't have a Tainas Sibra on Rosh Chodesh, Chanukah, Purim, you can't have a public fast. V'mischilu, and if they began, Ein Mafsikin, they don't stop. Rashi explains what that means. V'im hischilu means shehischilu lesanos chafo lamed yom. Let's say they started a period of fast days, like 20 days or 30 days in a row, where they're going to fast. V'nichnesu bohen yemei Chanukah or Rosh Chodesh. And among those days, you enter into Chanukah or Rosh Chodesh. So in such a situation, once you begin a series of fast days, you don't stop that. So you do continue to fast, even though you're going into Chanukah or you're going into Rosh Chodesh or something like that. So that you will do. Divrei Rabbi Gamliel. That's the opinion of Rabbi Gamliel. Amar Rabbi Meir says, Amar Rabbi Gamliel ein mafsikin. Now, even though Rabbi Gamliel says you don't stop a series of fast days, let's say they go into Rosh Chodesh, Chanukah, or Purim, Mo dehoya shein mashlimin. Rabbi Gamliel admits you don't finish, you don't complete the fast, meaning you don't fast all day. Rashi says, Shein mashlimin tainus b'Chanukah v'Rosh Chodesh lesanos kol hayom. On Chanukah or Rosh Chodesh, you're not going to fast the entire day. That Rabbi Gamliel say you will not do. V'chein b'Tisha B'Av shechol yos b'erev Shabbos. The same thing is true if Tisha B'Av falls on Friday. You do not fast the entire day. So this seems to be not like Rabbi Yossi. You don't fast the entire Friday. V'tanya, we learned in a brayso, la'achar p'tiras of Rabbi Gamliel. After the death of Rabbi Gamliel, nichnas Rabbi Yoshua lo haferes devorav. Rabbi Yoshua came and said, we have to overturn his words. You should be allowed to fast. Amar Rabbi Yochanan ben Nuri al Raglav. Rabbi Yochanan ben Nuri got up. V'amar, he said, Chazi ano de basar reisha gufa ozel. I have seen that it's after the head that the body goes. Rashi here explains. First of all, Levatelas Devarav Velomar Mashlimin. Rabbi Yeshua wanted to get up and say you should complete the fast. And he said, no, Chazi anon debasa reisha gufa azel roa ani bedin uvedos. I see in law, legally, shetzrichen anu lahalech achar divrei harishonim. We need to follow the words of the Rishonim of the earlier generations, meaning the body follows the head. It's an expression to mean we should not overturn the psak of Rabbi Gamliel. Kol yomav shel Rabbi Gamliel kavanu halacha kamo. So all the days that Rabbi Gamliel was alive, the halacha was like him. Achshav atam avakesh levalta devarav. Now you want to uproot, you want to annul his words. Yehoshua ein shomen loch. Yehoshua, we're not going to listen to you. Shekvar nikva halacha ka Rabbi Gamliel. The halacha has already been established like Rabbi Gamliel. V'lo haya adam she'ir b'davar klum. No one's ever protested. So in any case, it seems from this brayso that the halacha is not like Rabbi Yossi. It seems like the halacha followed Rabbi Gamliel in practice. So the Gemara says, no, it could be B'doro shel Rabbi Gamliel, Avad Rabbi Gamliel. In the generation of Rabbi Gamliel, they did in fact follow Rabbi Gamliel. However, B'doro shel Rabbi Yossi, Avad Rabbi Yossi. In the generation of Rabbi Yossi, they followed Rabbi Yossi. So that could be an answer to our question, how the halacha has followed both. Gemara says, "Uvedorish Rabbi Gamliel, Avur Rabbi Gamliel." But is that really even true in the generation of Rabbi Gamliel? Is it true in the generation of Rabbi Gamliel that they followed Rabbi Gamliel? Vatani, we learned in a brayso. Amar Rabbi Elazar Rabbi Tzadok says, "Ani Oyisim Ivnei Sanov ben Binyamin." I'm from the family of Sanov ben Binyamin. Pamachas Chol Tisha B'Av Lios b'Shabbos. There was one time when Tisha B'Av fell out on Shabbos. V'Dechinu la'achar Shabbos, and so we ended up having to push off Tisha B'Av to Sunday, to the day after Shabbos, which is the 10th of Av. Vesaninu bo, and we fasted on that day. V'lo hishlamnuhu. We did not complete the fast. Mimnei sheyontiv shalaya, because that day, the 10th of Av, happens to be a holiday. Rashi will explain. Happens to be a holiday for the family of Sanov ben Binyamin. So his point was that because the fast was pushed off to that day, which is our yontiv, we did not complete the fast. Now let's make an inference from this brisa. Time of the yontiv. So the reason why we didn't complete the fast was because it was an actual yontiv. Erev yontiv mashlimin. But if it would have been an Erev yontiv, meaning on a normal Tisha B'Av, which for us, which for this family, of the family of Sanov ben Binyamin, every Tisha B'Av is Erev yontiv, you would complete the fast. On a normal Tisha B'Av, we would complete it. So that implies that an Erev yontiv you can complete a fast, which also should imply that an Erev Shabbos you can complete a fast. So Amar Ravina answers, Shani yontiv shel divreim. It's different by a yontiv of the Rabbanon, or in this case, not exactly the Rabbanon, but the point is it's different a yontiv in that type of scenario. Mitoch shemisanin bo shos, since you can fast on it some hours, mashlimin bo arvios. You're also allowed on erev of that yontiv to complete the fast. But Shabbos, when it comes to Shabbos, hoel vein misanin bo shos, since we don't fast for even part of Shabbos, ein mashlimin bo arvios, on erev Shabbos we do not complete the fast either. Rashi here explains. First of all, Bedoro shel Rabbi Yossi, to have a basar hachi. Rabbi Yossi lived after Rabbi Gamliel, so Shavkua lived Rabbi Gamliel. In that generation, they left Rabbi Gamliel's psak. V'kavu halacha ke Rabbi Yossi the mutter. They established the halacha like Rabbi Yossi that it's mutter to complete the fast on Erev Shabbos. Then he said, Mimnei Sanov ben Binyamin, I'm from this family, Mishpachi Mishevet Binyamin. This was a family in Shevet Binyamin, Shenafel and Goren Lekarban Eitzim Biyud Ba'av, Bimei Ezra. So they had, the lottery fell out on the 10th of Av for them to bring the donation preparation of the wood in the Beis HaMikdash. V'yontiv haya lahem k'detanan b'perek basar the Tainus. The Gemara in the last perek of Tainus explains what the yontiv was for them. So this was a yontiv on the 10th of Av. La'achar HaShabbos shu asara ba'av. It happened to be that year Tisha B'av fell out on, or not Tisha B'av, the fast fell out on the 10th of Av. Have a yontif shalana was a yontif. So time of the yontif, the whole reason was that it was yontif. Habishar Tisha B'av hayu mashlimin, on a normal Tisha B'av they would complete the fast. Afal fi shekol Tisha B'av have erev yontif shalem. Even though every Tisha B'av is really erev yontif from them. Rebbe Elazar bar Tzadok b'dorosh Rebbe Gamliel. Have a Rashi says that Rebbe Elazar bar Tzadok lived in the generation of Rebbe Gamliel. The whole proof now of the Gemara, they're trying to prove that in the generation of Rebbe Gamliel they did not follow Rebbe Gamliel. Kedetanya bebeit Samar Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Tzadok pam harbi nechnasti achar Abba leveis Rebbe Gamliel. Rebbe Elazar Rebbe Tzadok says many times I entered to the house of Rebbe Gamliel. Gemara then answers Shani yomtiv derabbanan could go in high carbonates. A yontiv like this. Of the carbonatesim, hoel v'kalhu shemisanin bo l'shos. That's a very lenient yontiv. You're even allowed to fast a little bit. Kedektani v'saninu bo. It says they would fast a little. Lefikach mashlimin bo arvios. Therefore, an erev of that yontiv you can fast the whole time. Kalomar muter la'ashlim erev oso yontiv. An erev of that yontiv you can fast the whole day. V'lichonis l'tocho kashumuna. You can enter that yontiv when you've already fasted. To afilu bikaru muter l'sanos boksas hayom. Even on the yontiv itself, you can fast a little. Avol Shabbos osur l'sanos boksas l'shum tainis. But on Shabbos it's also to fast for any amount of time for the fast day. The idea is that if you're going to fast and you completed all of Erev Shabbos, you're a little bit afflicted on Shabbos itself, so we don't allow that. The Gemara now continues. Amar Rav Yosef. Rav Yosef says, "Lo shmiya li hashmaita." I never heard that Ula said the halacha is like Rav Yosef, that you're allowed to fast the whole Erev Shabbos. Amar le Abaye. Abaye said back to Rav Yosef, "Ata amrin ilan v'yaho amrin ilan." You told us this, and you said it on the following. Rashi points out, as he does many times, Rav Yosef chala v'shokach talmudo. Rav Yosef was sick when he got older. He forgot his learning. By Abaye talmido maskiro, his student Abaye would remind him. He said, "You said it on the following." In gozer tainus al atzibur brashe chodashim v'chulu. It says you're not allowed to have a tainus tzibur rosh chodesh, etc. V'amrina na'lo Amar Rav Yehuda Amar Rav, and we said on that brisa that Rav Yehuda said in the name of Rav, Zu divrei Rabbi Meir. This is the opinion of Rabbi Meir, Shamar Mishum Rabbi Gamliel, which is in the name of Rabbi Gamliel. Avol chachamim omer misanu mashlim. But the chachamim say you fast and you complete the fast, and he seems to be referring to Rabbi Yossi as the chachamim. And the Gemara says, "My lava kulu." Isn't this going on all of the things in this list? One of the things in the list was Erev Shabbos. Was Tisha B'av falls out on Erev Shabbos? Gemara says, "Lo no Chanukah Purim." Maybe he's only going on Chanukah and Purim on the halachos regarding Chanukah and Purim. That's what we say. Chachamim omrim. Rashi over here says, Zu divrei Rabbi Meir do'amar leil mishum Rabbi Gamliel moda hoya shein mashlimin v'chein Tisha B'av shechol yos Erev Shabbos avol chachamim omer misanu mashlim. Chacham say you could fast. My lav chacham akulu kaimi beina Chanukah Purim beina Erev Shabbos. The chacham are arguing on Chanukah, they're arguing on Purim, they're arguing on Erev Shabbos. Umidagmarinon Rav Rabbi Yossi b'loshen chachamim. From the fact that you call Rabbi Yossi the chachamim, shmami no halacha like Rabbi Yossi. That implies the halacha is like Rabbi Yossi. Rabbi Yossi was talking about completing the fasts even on Erev Shabbos. The Gemara said, no, he was only discussing when they call him the Chachamim, we say we pass him like Rabbi Yossi, that's only going on Chanukah and Purim. Hachanam Mistabri, the Gemara says this is also logical, and we'll continue this discussion in the next video on Daf Mem Aleph Amud Beis.